I'm David Levin, and this is Pop Goes the Culture, the behind-the-scenes stories and anecdotes of your favorite TV shows from the people who were there. Today, in part 2 of my conversation with beloved character actress Alice Ghostley, we discuss her guest work on Love American Style. She'll tell us stories about when she did an opera with Leonard Bernstein, Trouble in Tahiti, how she met her husband, and she also talks about some of her favorite Bewitched episodes. Well, here's a show that was kind of an anthology show, and maybe you could sort of talk about the Love American Style. There was it wasn't continuing characters, so you were on that a lot, weren't you?
Who?
Love American Style?
Yeah, I did that, I think, twice.
Yeah.
With Michael Constantine once.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just ordinary. I mean,
Just work.
Just work, yeah.
Was there anything exceptional, things that you remember, the stories that you tell to this day to your friends or family?
Well, the thing that I liked doing most of all was an opera. It was Leonard Bernstein's only opera he ever wrote, and it's a short opera called Trouble in Tahiti. Mm-hmm. And I like doing that the best, I think. And on the same, it was called All in One, and it was opera, dance, and drama. And I was in the opera, and Paul Draper did the dance segment. And my husband, Felice Orlandi, was in 27 Wagons Full of Cotton. That was the first time it was seen in New York and on the stage. And that's the only time we ever worked together. And we really didn't work together. No, we did a Captain Nice together.
What did he play? What did he do?
He played a gangster.
How did the two of you meet? Did you meet?
Oh, yeah, we met. I was working in a club in Chelsea called Fireside Inn. And my partner, I worked with a guy, and he and my husband had known each other at Carnegie Tech, where they went to college. So Felice came to town, and G. Wood was my partner. He said, I want you to come down to this little club because I want you to hear this girl. We have a good act, and she's funny, and she has a good voice and all that. And he said, just come down. I'd like for you to come. So reluctantly, because he really didn't like clubs too much, he came, and we liked each other right away. And afterwards, he said, would you like to go across the street and have a cup of coffee? I said I would. And when we got there, he ordered a hamburger. And then he didn't have the money to pay for it. So fortunately, I did. And that was our first meeting. But then after that, it was really fast, you know.
But in the future, you made sure he had cash with him, right?
Yes, and plenty of it. And we had been married. We would have been married 50 years.
Wow. Amazing.
And he did Bullet, if you remember that film. He was the one that got shot on the bed, you know. And I have pictures of him, blood running over, and his mother just couldn't take it. She couldn't look at it.
God.
And when he was in a film called The Pusher. Well, of course, he was the pusher. And his mother, who didn't speak very good English, said, oh, he was so nice. He was giving candy to the little children. Of course, he was giving them Coke.
But they were all happy afterwards.
They were very happy children. And she took some of her girlfriends with her and thought he would come out of the screen and be with them. They were Italian ladies and had not seen too many movies, I guess.
So they figured they'd visit him.
They thought he'd come out afterwards and join us. I don't know how he got around that one.
Somehow, eventually.
Always you do.
Yeah.
Get in terrible spots and forget people's names. Now, you're David.
I'm David.
Good.
I'm still David.
I'm Alice.
Hi, Alice. How are you?
Sure, your name is not Ralph.
If you want to call me Ralph, I will answer too.
No.
Do you remember doing I Dream of Jeannie?
What?
I Dream of Jeannie?
No, I was never on that.
You weren't.
I was on Bewitched.
Oh, you were on Bewitched.
Yeah, and we couldn't.
Oh, okay, right. I read the wrong thing. So you weren't allowed to cross over, I guess.
I don't think so.
But Paul did both Bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie.
Well, I guess they weren't that wild about me then to send me over. So.
The interesting thing about I Dream of Jeannie, and I don't know if about Bewitched, I'm sorry, and is that when you were doing some of the episodes, and Dick Sargent came on the show, that they sort of recycled a couple of old scripts. Do you remember that at all?
I don't remember them recycling, but I was the only one who wasn't an aunt. I was everyone was an aunt, Aunt Clara, and I was the babysitting witch.
That's a good part.
It was a good part.
And you were always disappearing, as I recall.
Yes, and walking on just with a dress and a hat and a pair of glasses. The screen was blue then, and we were in blue.
And they would just sort of do the part that way?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. My favorite one of those was the Leaning Tower of Pisa when I straightened it up. And then they made me bank it crooked again. So that was one of my favorites.
I liked when you summoned George Washington.
Yeah, I like that one. We did a lot I can't remember. I remember I turned someone into a seal. And also, I told I had to make a Caesar salad, so I conjured up Julius Caesar, and then we had to get rid of him, of course. What are you going to do?
Do you mind if I ask you about some of your co-stars on that show? Because they're all so well remembered.
The co-stars, yeah.
The other people. How about Elizabeth Montgomery? What was she like?
Oh, she was magical. She really was. She was. We had a lot of fun. She introduced me the first time I ever heard Jesus Christ Superstar. She bought the record in. She was wonderful to work with, very professional.
How did she do that thing with her nose? Did she try to teach you?
I have no idea. I could wiggle my ears, but that was the only thing. I could never wiggle my nose.
How about Dick Sargent?
And I love Dick. See, I only worked once with Dick York, and I got fired from that job.
What was that?
I was supposed to be a housekeeper, but I was really an accountant, which is just as silly. I mean, I wouldn't have been good at either one of them. So,
there's no math.
But there's the math. But I could get their budget in shape, and so they decided to get another housekeeper. And so then when Dick Sargent came in, they decided they were going to add somebody else, and it was I. I was glad for that.
Right. How about we interviewed Erin Murphy, who played Tabitha.
Oh, what's she like now?
She's beautiful, and she looks just like Elizabeth Montgomery.
Is that a fact?
Yeah.
My, that's a little weird. It's a little witchy, isn't it?
A little witch girl?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about when you came in to do the part of Esmeralda. What did the producers tell you when you came in? Did they give you any kind of?
No, they left it up to me. They did, yeah. And I don't know how I did it. I just did it,
Show up for work and
yeah, and but it was not a it was a fun character to do,
right?
And it was fun to be there every day because everybody was funny. And see, there was something else. Oh yeah, I had already worked out here once. I did. My Lord.
Oh, you can call me David.
Ralph.
That's it for now. Next time, Alice Ghostley and I talk about her role in To Kill a Mockingbird. She talks about Debbie Reynolds, her guest shots on What's Happening, One Day at a Time, Chico and the Man, Golden Girls, Car 54, Where Are You, Grease. And Alice also talks about playing a madam in an obscure James Garner show. Hey, let me know in the comments, what was your favorite Bewitched Esmeralda episode? Till next time, this is Ralph. We'll see you soon.